Hello and welcome to another episode of Historically Marked, a Route 66 edition. And I am standing at what is the Continental Divide here in the United States. Now you can see it, all over the mountains and all that, like in Colorado and Montana and all that. But this is where it is on Route 66. And yep, it's a big deal. There's a historical marker, a great sign, and there's even a sign on the interstate. So I'll go ahead and show you. Alright, so here's a souvenir shop deemed as the Indian Market, and it says up there an elevation 7,295 feet. And here is the sign that shows clearly that from this point water flows to Pacific Ocean, water flows to Atlantic Ocean. I can't believe it's like this far left in the country, you know what I mean? But But then I'm going to go ahead and show you the historical marker. So across from that gift shop, or the Indian Market, this is Interstate 40, and this is the drivable old Route 66. Now, there's a sign, but it's glaring, and right where that truck just passed, that is a sign from the interstate that lets you know you are literally at the Continental Divide. And yes, it is very windy out here, but hey. All right, and here's that historical marker, roadside. Rainfall divides at this point. To the west, it drains into the Pacific Ocean. To the east, into the Atlantic. Interesting stuff. And let's see what the back says. Okay, it's the same thing. Still, though. And that over there is Phillips 66, which is strange because it's 66, but that is also part of the Indian Village as well. Alright, so as far as the Continental Divide, this is a map version of it from the lower 48 United States. Basically, it is an invisible or imaginary line that separates two neighboring drainage basins. This is also known as the Continental Gulf of Division, as well as the Great Divide. Since water flows downhill, this drainage divide is usually located on a high area, like a mountain range. In this case, the Continental Divide runs mostly through the main ranges of the Rocky Mountains. It is said by people that in the women's restroom here, there are two toilets, one that flushes to the Pacific Ocean, the other into the Gulf of Mexico, and eventually the Atlantic Ocean. I don't recall ever seeing one in the men's room at the time I visit. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked, Route 66 edition, and a special geographical edition. So I am Jason, literally at the Continental Divide in New Mexico, signing off.